Assalamu alaikum students. In the previous video I told you about digestive process, how it occurs in human digestive tract and how the complete digestion of carbohydrates, proteins and fats occur. Now the next part of digestive system is or you can say the next part of holozoic nutrition is absorption. Okay, when digestion completes in the small intestine, finger like projections are present. These finger like projections are called villi. Singular villus and plural is villi. Okay, these finger like projections are called villi, and in these villi absorption of food take place. Okay, how it occurs I told you about this. Here you can see in the diagram, I can explain it. Okay, so first of all, if I'll make a diagram of this villi. So this is a finger like projection, or this is a villus. Okay, here you can find inside it lacteal is present. Then from here blood capillaries are coming here. So here this area is richly supplied with blood capillaries. So all this area is covered by, so here these blood capillaries, they are starting from here and they are coming out from here this side. Okay, here its other parts are present. Okay, these finger like projections are called villi, and this villus is also, if we'll do its microscopic study, so it shows that it's epithelium. What is epithelium? This outer lining of this villus is called epithelium. It is made up of special cells which are called epithelium. These epithelial cells are one cell thick. If anything is one cell thick, so it's mean it is very thin, because our skin is made up of multi layers or many layers of epithelium, and this layer is very thick because it is made up of many layers of epithelium. So here just a single layer of epithelium cells is present, so it is a very thin layer. Okay, so this epithelium is also having microvilli here. So what is the purpose of these villi? To increase surface area to volume ratio, so more food can absorb here. Okay, now I can show you here. So this is the internal structure of small intestine. So here you can see villi, and here one villus is shown, and if we magnify it, so here you can see this epithelium layer is also having many small microvilli to further increase surface area to volume ratio. Here in the red color you can see artery moving here, and you already know one thing I want to make clear, that any vessel which is moving away from, for example, this one is heart. Okay, so any vessel which is moving away from heart, any vessel which is going away from heart is called artery, and any vessel which is returning to the heart or coming back to the heart is called vein. Okay, so when this main artery or aorta, you also read in the 7th class about this main artery which is called aorta. This aorta moves and it divides into further small arteries. So the any artery which is going in any organ, so that will divide into small capillaries. So this red color is showing that it is a small vessel which is broken down and entering into the you can say into the lining of these villus. Okay, so this is red in color, mean it is going to this villi, and after receiving food it is coming back. So by showing blue color, mean it will become the part of the vein. So what is the connection between artery and vein? I also want to make it clear to you. Okay, for example, this is a main artery. So we will so this artery will further divide into smaller arteries which are called arterioles. These arterioles then further divide into small vessel. Then these small vessels in which it is going to further divide is called capillaries. So this was artery. The wall of artery is always very thick, so no exchange can take place through this wall. So and capillary's wall is just again one cell thick, mean very thin, so from here exchange can take place. For example, this one is the capillary. Here the cell are present. So what happen, from this capillary food will go into the cells, or oxygen will go into the cells, and from cells carbon dioxide will go here. Then these capillaries, these will combine together, and these capillaries will make venules, and these venules will combine and they will make vein. So this was artery and this is vein, and between artery and vein is a connection due to capillary. So this portion is shown red and this one is blue to show the difference between artery and vein, because artery is rich in oxygenated blood and vein has blood which is having, because oxygen was delivered here in the cells, so amount of oxygen was less here, so it is shown by blue color. Okay, so same is the case here. Okay, now this is the structure of villus, and villi are very important for absorption of food. So this question can also be asked in the Cambridge exams, how the structure of villi is adapted for its function. So you should remember that these villi or this villus, its outer membrane or epithelium is one cell thick, mean very thin, and due to this thin surface exchange of food can take place very easily. This is one character. And one of the very important character, I already told you that large surface area to volume ratio. Third is that this is richly supplied with blood capillaries. So when much blood capillaries, its main exchange of food, gases, everything can take place very easily. One more character is, as blood is entering from this side and leaving from this side, so always blood when it enters into the villus, so it is having less amount of food. So due to the gradient difference here into the small intestine, digestive food is present. For example, I show you that for example, this is a small intestine wall, these are villi which are present on both sides. So here food is present, so food is always more in amount, so it will move from higher concentration to low concentration. So due to osmosis, even blood is moving from here and it is leaving from here, so every time fresh blood is coming, so due to this difference of gradient, food enter here. Number one, by osmosis, and if the amount of food is here less, then again food will move by active transport. You also know active transport is from low concentration to higher concentration. So in villi, food absorbed due to osmosis and active transport, both processes occur. Okay, in this way food will move, food will absorb here into this area. Okay, now which food absorb where? Now remember one thing, as we have read that here food is broken down into carbohydrates, broken down into glucose, and protein broken down into amino acids. Okay, glucose and amino acids will absorb here into blood capillaries. Also minerals and vitamins, they also do absorb here into the blood capillaries. And the fat break down into fatty acids and glycerol. These glycerols, they absorb into this epithelium layer, and same fatty acids, they also combine with the bile salt which are produced by this liver. So it combined with bile salts and it convert into a soapy material, and that combined with glycerol here into this area, and then it absorb into this lacteal. What is lacteal? This yellow portion. Okay, now I will explain you what is that lacteal. Okay, so here I told you about this artery, vein and capillaries. Okay, what happens when blood flows in arteries? The pressure of blood is very high in the arteries. As blood divides into small this artery divide into small vessels, so its pressure keep on decreasing because it is converting into a large network. So as a network increase, so pressure of the blood decreases here. So due to which when after capillaries blood is combining here into the venules, so pressure is too less here. So some blood also comes out of these capillaries, and some of this this is not the blood, it is blood cells, red blood cells remain here inside the capillaries. So this colorless fluid comes here. This colorless fluid which comes here, it moists the surface of the cell, due to which exchange of gases and food is very easy. Secondly, this colorless fluid is called interstitial cell fluid or intercellular fluid. Okay, some of this fluid return back to these capillaries and some remains in this area. So it enter into another type of capillaries or another type of vessels which are present here, and when it enter into these vessels, these are called lymph vessels, or these small vessels are called lacteals. And these lymph vessels, they again enter here into the venous blood. So here at our arm region, it enters into subclavian vein, and again it becomes the part of our circulatory system. So this lymphatic system is a accessory drainage system. So here this lacteal is basically this lymph vessel or a small lymph vessel which is absorbing fatty acids and glycerol. Okay, in this way the absorption of carbohydrates, proteins and fats will complete here. Okay, then undigested food, you already know absorption of water and minerals take place into the large intestine sorry, and undigested food stay here in the rectum for some time, and then it removed from here in the form of feces, and it is called defecation or egestion. Thank you.